get a chance to get on the road and not only play another Division I opponent, but one of the more talented teams in the country. I guess, how do you feel like this weekend went for you guys?
Well, it's certainly not done. We got a lot of time on the bus, a lot of time to be around each other and still connect as a team, which aside from the baseball part, I think is the most important aspect of this weekend. But there's a lot more good than bad. You look at both those games. Obviously, had an opportunity to win those. Yeah, you set pitchers in certain spots and you don't play the game in certain ways, but if you play the score, you have a lead, and I believe the 6th or 7th in both the games. So I certainly thought that there was a lot of good things. I also think their first and last play, diving plays, that's the difference. That's a difference in regional baseball and Omaha baseball. It's making plays, and so we need to make sure that we understand that, and the first out of the day and the last out probably tell us a lot. And so strikes were thrown a lot. I thought a lot of guys took good swings in Game 2, some good base running reads in Game 2, a lot of good breaking balls throughout the course of the day for our Ps. We were quick on the trigger. Gary just got a little bit of a tight back after first inning, so he didn't throw, so he shifted everyone, and the guys handled it very well. I appreciate Tennessee having us here. Incredible crowd. I don't know what the number was, but it was obviously overfilled. But that's this program. That's the kind of atmospheres in which we strive to go in often when you play June baseball. And so, proud of the guys for the effort. Some of the executions got to shore up, especially in some certain areas defensively. But that's also what we will practice till November 15th as a team for.
You mentioned, obviously, in an exhibition, you kind of have to preset that pitching staff. Don't get to treat it really like a real game. But as a whole, how do you feel like this pitching staff is kind of coming together?
It's a really good pitching staff. I mean, we're 13 guys in a game like this, and we're still throwing guys with swing and miss. We're landing 3 pitches in the zone from nearly every guy. I mean, that's what it's supposed to look like. And this is still a time where, Luke Lyons coming back from the foot. We got some other guys that, will get back in the mix that are very talented. And because of that, I feel good. But we have a lot of work to do. And we got to continue to have guys develop. Guys will figure out roles. But that's a long way away. Right now it's about stuff development, confidence acquisition, and I do think that part's gone quite well.
Shane Lewis had a big day at the plate. How do you feel like he's just kind of attacked this fall?
Well, Shane's key is to stay simple and believe in what he's doing. I said to the team at the end, and I believe it holds very true for him. If you believe in what you do or you execute something, regardless of whether it's pitching, a defensive play, a swing, you should translate it to the game. And so you got to stay with that approach and that mindset. And I thought Shane did a tremendous job of that today. That's why right-handed smoked a line drive over shortstop's head. Had a couple pitches, or a couple of bats rather, where he took his walk, and then of course hit the home run from the left side, way out of here over the Domino's Pizza and right. And so, played some clean defense, some not. Love to see that part shore up, and it needs to. But I thought his focus was really good the entire time offensively.
Obviously, a long way to go until February, where we get the season started. But with these last 2 weeks of fall camp, where do you feel like you guys need to attack just to get what you guys want to do?
We have to handle the baseball. I mean, I don't know what the box score says on airs. We misplayed, outside of the infield like 8 balls. It's just not acceptable. We have to be better there, and so we'll do a lot of that. Probably going to give them off tomorrow with this long bus ride that we'll all be enjoying. But Tuesday is going to be a heavy defense day, and we have to respect the baseball. Defense is the essence of every championship team, and I believe we have the pitching staff to stuff it. I know offensively, as everybody rounds into shape, it's going to be really, really dynamic as it's been the last couple of years here. But we have to be able to handle the baseball, and we have to avoid compound mistakes. Compound mistakes, which are plays in which multiple base runners are going when the ball exits the infield. That part's got to shore up, and I know that it will. Especially when we get a Stephen Meyer back, an elite outfield, elite defender who's in our program, who's just got to let his shoulder recover. And so some of it will solidify itself via personnel, but I want to see guys take advantage of the opportunities across the board when the baseballs hit their way.